right, so Jenny, when did you start working at Ardent and where were you when you started?
So I first started Ardent Academy about like 5 or so years ago. It'll be almost 5 years in October. So I started October of 2016. And at the time I was still in my undergrad. I think it was the second year. And I was just looking for something part-time, but I ended up really loving this. So I continued full-time even after I graduated.
Awesome. So what was your role then when you started in undergrad, and how has your role grown and changed over the last couple of years?
Yeah, so a lot of it has stayed the same, but a lot of it is different too. So when I first started, I was just a teaching assistant mostly for Dr. Lee and his Math Olympiad classes. And I also did some TAing for our science classes at the time. And then after some experience with it, after like maybe 2 or so years with it, they asked me to teach those very same classes I used to TA for. And then I've been continuing doing that ever since then for math and science. And I've also been, since I went full-time, working with a lot more of the staff, more in like the office side as well.
Great. So, in your changing roles from instructing to working with our office staff, how has working at Ardent in all your different positions shaped or maybe strengthened your career aspirations, whether in teaching or in a completely different field?
Yeah, so I'll say definitely in terms of teaching, because originally I was a double major in college. I was both education and business economics because I didn't know which one to do. And then when I joined Ardent Academy, it really just strengthened, reminded me how much I love education. It made me want to pursue teaching. So with teaching a lot of the classes, they actually gave me a lot of freedom in creating the content for a lot of my classes too. So that just gave me a lot of experience on that end, being able to individualize a lot of content for classes, especially between the different years. Every class, every group of students is very different. So on that end, that helped me. But then once I worked more full-time and more within the office, I remembered also why I chose business economics as well. So now I'm still kind of deciding, nothing's for certain. I'm still pretty young, but I think now I'm going to pursue more in that like kind of business side in the future.
So that's so great. So, I mean, looking back, you've been here for a while. Do you have maybe a favorite Ardent memory work experience over your time?
Favorite Ardent memory? I will say a lot of the summer classes I really remember a lot of. I definitely love all my year-long classes too, but summer is when I kind of feel like I see them way more often. I get a lot more, I get to ask them a lot more like how their day has been, what's been going on. There's just a lot more going on. Yeah, I just feel like I'm a little closer to them then.
All right, well, Jenny, thank you so much for everything you've done for Ardent. You've been an integral part from teaching to the office side to Ardent, for your fellow instructors, for the many students that you've helped along the way, and we just wish you nothing but the best. So thank you so much.
Thank you.